What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Smooth152, and you already know what it is when you see my face on the screen. Yeah, it's that story time. What's good with y'all? I've been chilling. Know what I mean? My bad for taking a week to come back out here and drop another story time for y'all. But I was handling my business with this physical therapy, trying to get my shit back in order. But yeah, I'm doing swell. What I need y'all to do for me, I need y'all to run them likes up, tell a friend to tell a friend, come over to the Smooth Gang, and become a part of it. You know what I mean? It's simple. Come through, sub, hit the noti bell, all, and you get it every time I upload. Simple as that. But let's get right into it, yeah. So, you already know what it is. Random story time. And I've just been chilling, you know what I mean? But this story takes place a couple of years ago. Right? I'm gonna tell you some things that happened a while ago. Alright? So boom. This shit happened a couple of years ago. And this was my first time ever, know what I mean, dealing with something like this. I was staying with my mom's and we was kept bumping heads and shit like that, right? So, boom. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna find me a spot. So, in the process of finding me a spot, I was trying to stack up my money and shit. So, boom. I found this spot and I was like, yo, it ain't what I'm used to, but I gotta go. You know what I mean? I gotta go. So I took it. It was a rooming house. I ain't never been in a rooming house a day in my life. I know what they work like because I used to set up shop back in the day in a rooming house and sell my shit. So I know what it's like in there. But not every one of them is like that. But this one, when I got there, I got the bad vibe that this shit wasn't going to last as long. And plus, I didn't want it to last long anyway. You know what I mean? So, boom. I move in, quiet spot on the corner, Park Avenue, Glenwood, right there. Know what I mean? Moved in. Shit was good for a couple of months. Then, the owner of the house really started showing his true colors. Right? So, while he's showing his true colors, it was this dude named William that moved in. And me and him got kind of cool. But I kept my distance with that nigga because he was involved in other extracurricular activities I didn't partake in. So it was me, him, and the super of the house. The one that makes sure the ground is clean, upstairs everything is fixed and everything's working. He lived out there in the basement. We called him OGJ. Know what I mean? And once that William dude came into the picture, secrets started coming out about this motherfucking crib and about the owner of this house. Come to find out, the owner of the house, father used to be the mayor of Newark. So we did some digging. Come to find out he got more than just this property right here. Alright, cool. So you must be doing something right if you got a couple of properties and your pops used to be the mayor of Newark and shit like that. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, his name is Gibson. Kenny Gibson. And it was a slumlord. This nigga had a whole house on the Park Ave and Glenwood area right there in the corner. Had the whole house. And he did some illegal shit in this house that I'll come to later on find out through the super that runs the house when he's not there, that he's renting this place illegally. He got the whole first floor to himself, as he so-called claimed to use as his office. So he's renting the second and third floor, which is nothing but rooms and 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, right? So he's renting up the rooms upstairs on the second and third floor. I did on the second floor, and he was renting these rooms illegally, right? So here's how it went down. The dude Williams started digging into some shit, trying to find out the origins and what's up with this property and shit. Come to find out, Kenny Gibson, the person out renting the place from, is a slumlord. Now, I lived here for a couple of years, like about 2 years before I got up out of there, 2-3 years before I got up out of there, right? And shit just started happening out of nowhere for no apparent reason. I mean, if you're owner of a house, you're not gonna let your water bill you let your water get cut off. You know, you got tenants in this place. You're not gonna let the electricity get turned off. Knowing you got tenants in this place, and your office is on the first floor. So you wasn't paying none of your bills on time, so we had to suffer for it. We paying our rent on time, but you ain't paying these bills on time. So we living in the dark. We living with no water for about a couple of days. The longest we had no water was like about a week or two. That shit was crazy. Know what I mean? So William dude and OG came up with this bright ass idea. We gonna boycott this shit till this nigga get shit right. We ain't paying no rent. So the William dude said, man, fuck that. Let's all get a lawyer and take this nigga to court and see if we can get our money back for the living conditions he got us living in. Cool. Now, I'm gonna give you a rundown of this house and how I didn't really fit in to this house. Boom. It was a girl named Tip living in the next room next to me. Crackhead. Boom. One strike. No disrespect to my man OG, but he dibbled and dabbled in the shit too. Know what I mean? That was my guy. We smoked blunts together and all that shit. Whatever he did on his time with his peoples was with him, but he kept that other shit away from me. We just smoked weed together, and I rolled I rolled the blunts, so I know it's in my shit. So he did his thing. It was him, Tip. Then I come to find out the William dude is doing the same shit. So out of this whole house, it's me, dude named Sean. I forgot the other nigga name upstairs, but he always wanted to drink and smoke. Darren. Nigga named Darren. He drove a Maximum and shit. He always wanted to drink and smoke weed. Then we had Missy and her husband. And Missy was a gangster from Detroit. She was cool as fuck. Know what I mean? Her husband, he was cool at first. And then I guess the nigga started hanging with the wrong crowd and he started indulging in the shit. And that brought friction between those two. So I was like the only motherfucker in the house that was normal. That smoked weed. Just like did no other drug besides weed. And weed ain't a drug to me. But I just smoke weed. So I was like, alright. So this is what I gotta deal with, huh? Why not capitalize on it? So boom. I talked to my little brother. And we came up with some ideas. Me, myself, once I got started and situated, before I even talked to my brother about what else we can do, right? We got a lawyer and everything. No. Before the lawyer. That was just in talks. But before the lawyer, I'll say I was there a good, about this time, a good 6 months. In them 6 months, I used to come outside. We had a backyard back there. Come outside, and there's a tree in the backyard. Take the chair, put the chair next to the tree, and be under the tree all day. Got my bud right there. I'm rolling and smoking in the backyard every day, all day. I'm watching the people walking back and forth, picking up their kids next door, going back home. I'm like, I got that bud over here. I'm smoking and shit, let me know. So I was trapping in the backyard. You know what I mean? Catching little weed sales and people that's looking for bud and shit. I got it. So I had turned up for that for like about a whole year. Then we started pushing the lawyer situation because shit just started getting way more worse than what it was in the beginning. So we ended up going downtown to the Gateway building, getting the lawyer down there and shit, taking the nigga to court, winning a lawsuit against him. And this is where this nigga went crazy. I don't know if this was part of his strategy, part of his his mental thought, but me myself, I believe that he chose who he wanted to pay so they can leave his property with no problem. Okay? Since I was living there and the nigga lost the lawsuit against me, the money that he had to give me back was $4,500. That's what I want in my lawsuit. I'm paying for one room. I was paying $600 a month. $600 a month for one room. One big ass room. The room was big, like my living room. Like the living room, I'm in my living room right now, so it's big like this. It was big as hell. And I was paying $600 a month for this one room. Had to share a bathroom in the kitchen and shit. I ain't really too big on that shit. Like, I don't know what you be doing in this motherfucking bathroom, so I made sure I was, before I went in that motherfucker, like, it's 2 bathrooms, one on each floor, second and third floor. So the people on the third floor got their own bathroom. But I had a crackhead on my floor, and I don't know, we be having company and shit. Like, I don't know, like, so I was like, fuck it. I turned up over there. I was back in the back, selling bud and everything. My little crew used to come through. I had to be on the back block and shit. On the back block and shit over there, making my little moves, and I would come in the crib, make moves. My house would turn into once this lawsuit shit came into play, my house became the hangout spot because the people that he paid off first with no problem and they left, it was available room, so my house became the hangout spot. If we had a chick and you couldn't take her home, I got a room for you. Know what I mean? All you gotta do is just pay me. Know what I mean? I wasn't gonna charge you a lot. You got bud? Yeah, give me some bud. Order up a couple of dollars. And you get the room upstairs. I'm not gonna let you come here fucking for free. Know what I mean? I'm not getting no pussy out the deal, so yeah, knock yourself out. It ain't no all-nighter situation either. You got about an hour or two. You can have your fun. You know what I mean? Boom. So I was doing that, having my little company come over, me doing my thing. You know what I mean? Bro coming over, chilling in the backyard, doing what we do. And then when it came down to the last 2 people in the house, the last 3 people in the house, which was me, the crackhead Tip, and then it was William for a minute. Then he just straight left. I think he paid William off, and that nigga scattered and got out of Jersey, moved to Florida with the bread he gave him, whatever. So the nigga had it bad. He came up here, started fucking with Tip, and Tip turned that nigga out, and that nigga was full-fledged and smoking every night with this shit. Fucking with both of them. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, I gotta get up out of here. So that nigga packed up, he went to Florida. And the nigga left. He knocked on my door. He like, yo, I'm out. I left something in my room for you. I'm like, what you leave for me? He's like, that bread I owed you, I left something in my room for you. All right, cool. So he skates off. I got the key to get in his room, so when I get up, jump in the shower, I go in his room. The nigga left me his brand new Panasonic 32-inch TV and his Xbox for the bread that he owed me and shit. All his games, all the controllers that he had like 4 controllers with the shit, all the games. You know what I mean? And a 32-inch brand new TV. He only had that shit for like the time he bought the same day he moved in. We went and bought a TV the same day he moved in. So he only there for like the same amount of time I was there. Well, he left before me. So he was there for about a good year, a couple of months. TV was a year old. You know what I mean? Gave me the TV, gave me the Xbox, all the games, controllers and shit. He skated. So it's now only person that's in his house is me and the crackhead Tip. This nigga, instead of paying me, I was the one that he owed the most to. You know what I mean? So instead of paying me, this nigga staged the house getting raided because he had a cop friend that dug into my shit and found out I had a warrant. So he ended up getting me locked up. And him and the bitch Tip started working together. So the bitch Tip knew where my motherfucking stash was outside. So she told the motherfucking police. Because they couldn't find shit in my room. They went through the whole house, couldn't find shit. And being that it's over with, upstairs on the 3rd floor. They took me upstairs to the 3rd floor with them. Searched the room that we used to hang out in. Now my brother just dropped off a pack. He's like, yo, hold this till I come back. So what's a pack? A diesel in the crib, or a whole brick of this shit in the crib. These motherfuckers. It's a nightstand next to the bed up to the 3rd floor. This was Missy old room. So it was a nightstand next to the bed right there. Bruh had took the drawer out, put the motherfucking brick in the drawer spot, and put the drawer back in. Why these motherfucking police tearing the room up? Ain't nothing in the room, it's just a mattress and a fucking dresser and a fucking nightstand and the bed with covers on it. You know what I mean? They tearing the room up. Police pulls the drawer out. Looks in the drawer. Looks in it. Put it back. Put it back in. I'm standing there like, oh shit. This motherfucker really just looked at the shit and put the thing back in the drawer. I'm like, oh shit. And put the drawer back in the nightstand and shit. So I'm like, oh shit. Cool. We go back downstairs. Now I just came back from doing laundry. So I got clothes all over the room. Look like I got a fucking clothing store in my room and shit. I got mad clothes. The nigga opened my door. He's like, this your room? I'm like, yeah. He opened the door. He's like, what the fuck? Why you got all these clothes folded up on the floor, on the bed, everywhere? I just came from doing laundry, my nigga. He's like, what? You ain't got no place to put your shit? I do. But I never got a chance to do it. I would just sit outside. So he's like, I'm not searching this fucking room. In my room, it was a strap, hella bread, and that nigga seen all the clothes piled up everywhere. He's like, come on. So we go outside. I'm in the backyard. And I'm sitting in the chair. Now I hit over the radio. Go by the barbecue grill and look under the house. That's where I had my bud at. So when I heard that, I'm like, the only person that know, because they caught me one day going under the house to get my shit to go in the crib. So I'm like, this bitch just told my shit that these niggas ain't find shit on me. All I had was a warrant. And this nigga went under the house, stuck his hand. I don't see nothing. He just kept digging and digging and digging. Then he did like this. It's a ledge right there under the house. Had my shit right there on the ledge. This nigga was like, oh, I got it. It was 30 bags of weed. You charged me 30 bags of weed. Alright, cool. On top of the warrant I had. Cool. Boom. Go down to motherfucking county. And I gotta sit there for a couple of days. Then go to court. These motherfuckers gave me a $50,000 bail. No 10%. Oh, alright. This nigga wanna play dirty. No problem. Call Mom Dukes up. She go to the crib and gets the bread. Told her exactly where everything was at. Get the bread, come back. She comes, bails me out. I come home after she bails me out. I was there for like 4 days. 4 days to a week I was waiting and shit to get out. She comes, bails me out. I come home. Tell me why this nigga had the whole house boarded up. I got my clothes in here. Everything is still in his house. But they got the whole house boarded up. Oh, this motherfucker crazy. So, I go in the back of the house, and it's a fire escape. So I just jump over the fire escape and go through the William old room, because I'm on the roof. And his room used to be the patio, like the sunroom, whatever. So this dude turned the sunroof, the patio, into a bedroom. Shit, I don't know what I told you the nigga was Slumlord. He turned his patio into a room. So I go through that window, unlock his door, and I'm in the kitchen now. It's dark as fuck in here. I can't see shit. Ain't no electricity or none of that shit. So I'm going through. I got my key, I open my door. I grab my shit, make a phone call. Yo, come get me. Da-da-da-da. I need to get my shit up out of here. Niggas couldn't come get me right then and there. Alright, cool. I ended up crashing at this crib for one night. Pitch black in this bitch. I'm like, oh shit. Nah, my nigga, I can't do this shit. But my brother ended up coming through, packing up my shit, some of the shit I could. I ended up leaving hella clothes I left over there. Jackets, coats, clothes, hella shit. I just grabbed up the TV, the game, some clothes, whatever I could fit in the car, and never came back. I started over. And when I got over here, you already know. But yo, it's your boy Smooth152. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on over to become Smooth Gang. You already know what it is. The shooter. And I'm gone.